Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Q&A series. So let's take today's question. So we have a question from Bangalore, Karnataka. Here is the question. I hate when ISKCON preachers consider other Hindu gods as demigods. Why this racist behavior? And there is a comment on this. The preacher is adamant that only Krishna is superior, rest all gods are demigods. This sounds arrogance, and you are dividing Hindu society further. This approach is no different than radical Islamic approach who say only Allah is God and others are non-believers. So that's a very nice question. So let me give some answer on this. First and foremost, a very important thing to note, when it comes to ISKCON, it is based on the Vedic scriptures. And we will never find any ISKCON preacher saying, according to me, I feel this is what is correct because this is what I like. No. Always we will see any preacher in ISKCON, any mature preacher in ISKCON will always give reference. Bhagavad Gita, so and so shloka. Bhagavatam, so and so shloka. Padma Puran, this shloka. Vishnu Puran, this shloka. Chaitanya Chaitamrit, this particular shloka. So it's a very important thing to note that the talk that is given in ISKCON centers is all from the Vedic scriptures, not from one's own mind. It's not concoction. So it's a very important point to note. Now regarding worship of Krishna, let's try to understand this. Why is Krishna considered supreme in scriptures? Why Krishna is worshipped in ISKCON? Let's try to understand this. See, it's a very important point to note that in the Vedic scriptures, it is established point that Lord Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, when it comes to Sanatan Dharma, when it comes to society of Hindus, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, they are considered as prime. So let's ask Brahma and Shiva, who is supreme? So Brahma is glorifying in Brahma Samhita, chapter number 5, shloka number 1, where he is saying, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So Brahma is glorifying here and he is saying, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Oh Krishna, you are Param Ishwar, you are supreme controller. So Brahma himself, he is saying that, oh Krishna, you are supreme. And the various shlokas in Bhagavatam also where Brahma is glorifying Krishna as supreme. Now in 10th canto in Brahma Vimon Leela and so many other places. And when it comes to Lord Shiva, in Padma Puran, he is talking to Parvati and he is instructing her and he is telling her, Aradhanam Sarvesham Vishnor Aradhanam Param. O Sati, O Parvati, Aradhanam Sarvesham, of all the worship, the best worship is the worship of Lord Vishnu because he is supreme. Now this is a very important point to note that these great personalities, Brahma, Shiva, in so many places, they are glorifying Lord Krishna as supreme, Lord Vishnu as supreme. So what about the other Devi Devatas? They are still subordinate to these two great personalities. So they are also glorifying in various ways. So it's a very important thing to note that if we read scriptures, we will understand this concept in a very proper way. It is not sentimental. I feel, I like, so this is my favorite, that person is my favorite. No. Shastras say Krishna is supreme. Now if you go and ask Krishna, Krishna, who is supreme? And 7th chapter, 7th shloka, Krishna is saying, Matta parataram nanyat kenchidasti dhananjaya. He is saying, Matta parataram nanyat, there is no one above me. Krishna is saying, I am supreme, there is no one above me. 10th chapter, shloka number 8, Bhagavad Gita. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarva pravartate. Everything emanates from me. I am the cause of all causes. So in this way, Lord Krishna himself is also saying, I am supreme. Now, in scriptures, it's all clear. It's all clear. The problem is, we don't have time to go through the scriptures and understand what the scriptures are saying. Most of the time, we are just talking from our own heart and our own mind. Let's refer scriptures, what scriptures are saying. So there's one part. That in scriptures, it's established truth that Lord Krishna or Vishnu is supreme. Now, another very important thing to note, demigod. What is demigod all about? So all the Devi Devtas, which are given in Vedic scriptures, they are 33 crore in number. Now it's again important to note that this word demigod does not mean dummy, does not mean non-existent. It means that when it's compared to us as living entities, all these 33 crore Devi Devtas, they're all supreme. They're all supreme. We are nothing in front of them. We are puny. They are all worshipable to us. All of them. But when there is a question of who is supreme, then there is a comparison that happens, and then the Vedic scriptures give the answer, okay, Lord Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So all these great personalities are existing. Arey Baba, they are the ones who are managing the entire universe. Here people struggle to manage one company, struggle to manage one house. Can you imagine they are managing the entire universe? How great these personalities will be. And they are existent. They are reality. It's not that they are dummy. So this concept of demigod has to be understood clearly, that all these Devi Devtas, they are much, much, much superior to us, they are worshipable to us. But when it comes to the comparison and understanding who is supreme, all of them, they give that supreme position to Lord Sri Krishna. Again, these are the words from Vedic scriptures. Now, when it comes to us, we say, oh, that Devta is my favorite. Oh, this Devta is my favorite. How do they become favorite? These 33 crore Devi Devta, all of them are doing something or the other to us to help us to live our life. Like for example, Vayu Dev is giving air which is just below the nose to breathe. When it comes to Varun Dev, he is giving water. Indra Dev, rain. Surya Dev, light and heat. Now, I don't see people worshipping Vayu Dev and Indra Dev and Varun Dev, etc. But we pick and choose. We pick and choose from 33 crore Devi Devta. So aren't we grateful to everyone? In fact, even for blinking our eyes, there is a Devta who actually sits on our eyes to help us to do that. Nimi Maharaj, he does that. So in this way, our entire existence which is there is helped and assisted by these different Devi Devtas. So ideally we should be worshipping all of them, no? 33 crore Devi Devta. Why are we doing partiality? Pick and choose this person, that person and things like that. So we have a problem here. Shastras don't have any problem. Our incapacity, our incapability. So it is given in the Vedic scriptures again, Srimad Bhagavatam, that all these different personalities are like the twigs and the leaves and the fruits and the flowers on the tree. And when it comes to Lord Sri Krishna, he is the moola, he is the root. So when the root is watered, the entire tree will flourish, everyone is satisfied. We don't sprinkle one leaf after another leaf and things like that. We just water the root and the entire tree flourishes. So in this way, we understand very clearly that Lord Sri Krishna is the root, and if he is worshipped, all the Devi Devtas are satisfied. So does that mean they shouldn't be worshipped? No, they are worshipable. They are worshipable. But the only thing is, we are busy doing business with all of them. I will give you this, give me this. I will give you that, give me this. So all these different demigod worships that we do, what are we doing? We are trying to do business. We are trying to do business, and that's how we decide who is favorite. I worship this Devata, I did Vrata of this Devata, oh, I got this, so he's my favorite. Hey Baba, there are others who are doing so much for us. Every day our bowel system is getting cleared, that also is handled by one Devata. So we are actually dependent on all these great personalities. They're all much, much supreme to us. But when it comes to understanding of who is that supreme personality which these personalities worship, then the word comes and or the name comes, that is Lord Sri Krishna. And who gave us our Dharma Shastra, that is Bhagavad Gita? It was Lord Sri Krishna who gave us Dharma Shastra. And when it comes to worshipping these different personalities, or worshipping one personality, that is Lord Krishna, so that doesn't divide Hindu society. Hindu society is always one. The Sanatan Dharmic society is always one. It is never divided because it's always based on Bhagavad Gita. But now the problem is not which Devta we are worshipping. The problem is we are not reading Bhagavad Gita. That is the problem. So it is getting divided. So we don't know the truth. We are not living the life based on the principles given in Bhagavad Gita. So the question comes of division of Hindu society. Let's follow the Shastra. Let's follow Bhagavad Gita. Everyone knows, no one can deny in Sanatan Dharma or Hindu society that Bhagavad Gita is not our Dharma Shastra. Everyone knows it's the life manual. But what to do? We don't have time to read. We don't have time to read. So if we have time, if we take out time and read Bhagavad Gita, everyone will get united. Because the unity is not dependent on which personality you're worshipping. Unity is dependent on the Shastra that we follow. And automatically the concepts will get cleared. Automatically. So this question that is there, and also some heavy words were used like racist and others. But that's okay, because we don't have knowledge, so we have been speaking all that. But the point is, if we read Gita, all these different concepts will get cleared. Krishna himself is speaking about demigods in chapter number 7 and chapter number 9. So in this way, we understand the entire concept as a whole and not as parts here and there. And where is the question of we giving our opinion? According to me, this is correct. According to me, that is correct. Arey Baba, we are puny entities in this world. Chutku. How can we give our opinion? Our senses are defective. We cannot see outside the visible range. We cannot hear outside the audible range. We are easily committing mistakes. We are easily illusioned. We have cheating propensity. So we have these 4 defects. So we cannot give our opinion. So we have to refer to Vedic scriptures, and actually from the Vedic scriptures, everything will be clear. See, if that was the case, that Krishna is not supreme, say. So on Vyasadeva, when he started dictating, Lord Ganesha, he comes there to write what Vyasadeva was dictating. So Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita is also written. So penned down by whom? Vyasadeva was dictating and Lord Ganesha is writing. He broke his tusk to write that. So when Vyasadeva is telling that shloka which Krishna said, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya, there is no one above me. So how did Lord Ganpati write if that was not a valid statement? Make sense? So this is a very important thing to note, that every personality who is great, all the Devi Devtas, they are all in sync. Problem is in this material world. We are not in sync because we are not reading scriptures. Because we are not practicing bhakti on our day-to-day basis. Because we are busy doing sense gratification. No time for doing bhakti. So in this way, I hope, and I can go on speaking on this topic, a lot of points can be made. But one thing we have to understand is, when it comes to Sanatan Dharma, when it comes to Hindu community, no one is disrespected. According to the Vedic scriptures, even an ant has to be respected. Oh, where is the question of the great Devi Devtas? So no one is disrespected and no one is called as non-existent. All of them exist. But then, there is a truth that is given and that has to be accepted. I hope this answers the question and clears all the doubt and also gives some inspiration to read Bhagavad Gita every day. Hare Krishna.